Okay, empty buildings here. Empty buildings. They cut me off, or maybe I pressed the button myself and fucked up, who knows. But this is not a city of 6.6 million people. This, you know, the real estate agencies want to destroy your businesses, and you know, they're killing people. They're taking insurance policies out on them, and because they can't pay them back, they can't. The pension funds gambled away all your pension. So the Ontario Teachers Pension Fund, OMERS, the retirement, that's the retirement pension fund. They invested in property management companies, which of course wanted to buy all this fine real estate, just like it, you know. And of course, the coronavirus pandemic, they patented human coronavirus in 2007. It wasn't a bat, and you know, the CDC patented it in America, and then of course they're targeting Wuhan, China, because that's prime Chinese real estate. Prime real estate. They call it the Wuhan virus. Nobody wants to live in Wuhan. Nobody's businesses all closed down, and then they call it the China virus, and then they can come in and they can buy up all the property in Wuhan for nothing. Nothing. They don't have to, you know, because everybody's gone. So, you know, in the CERB money, the CERB is a loan. CERB is a loan, and it's theft. Because you see, when the businesses are closing, when people aren't paying taxes, and they're being killed by a system that's designed to kill them, it's designed to bring the world population down from 7 billion to 500 million. You know, that's what, you know, it's called, they're trying to avert what's called a Malthusian crisis, which is, you know, which is made up. The earth is never going to get more. Mother Nature's not going to fuck itself and make it so that, you know, people run out of resources and die. Resources are supposed to be renewable, and people are supposed to share them and not try to accumulate everything for generations and generations at everybody else's expense. And then of course, there is Erin O'Toole and Pierre have declared a war on work, or have explained that the government has declared a war on work. You know, they're describing what is called a war on work, and that's what it is, because it's a war on businesses. And it is the small businesses that are closing and the offices that are closing.
But if you have nothing left, how do you survive?
Exactly. So, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking away your means of survival, and then they kill you. They kill you off. They've set up, you know, the hospitals. That medicine is there to kill you. It's not there to help you. And they're stalking me because I refuse to go to the hospital, to be harassed, to have their prejudices. And this is where prejudice comes from. It's also a scam. It's a scam to get you to kill each other so that they can buy your land for cheap. It doesn't matter if you're native or white or black or Chinese. Yeah. Everybody is a victim of this. This is a system that is targeting absolutely everyone by getting you to target each other.
It's the absolute fact.
Yeah. You know, this. I remember when Toronto had 6.6 million. It was shoulder to shoulder.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm still walking around. The McDonald's is back that way. See, I can't go to McDonald's right now and eat because I'm too high on marijuana. Now I'm gonna say that again because that sounded. I'm high on marijuana and I can't go to a restaurant. You know, because I can't deal with the harassment. You know, because it's not about business anymore. It's about prejudice.
Justin,
what?
It's a for rent sign. But,
oh no, that's a COVID sign.
No, over here.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay, well, it's a for rent sign. Cool.
Really, I don't know.
I can't go in now and talk to them.
No. Sorry, folks.
No,
we are looking for housing.
Yes, and there, you know, and what's the holdup? We've been at the Roehampton for about what, 3 months almost.
Yeah.
And the buildings are running running empty. They say there's money coming in, but that's been...
It's coming up right away soon,
but you see, we don't want to get kicked out in the meantime while we're waiting for housing, because the system is designed to drive people out.
And we're being harassed.
Yes, doggedly harassed and
threats.
Yep.
It's been ugly.
Yep. And that's not fair.
No.
And there's some pretty dangerous criminals there.
Oh, for sure.
And they're not just a danger to us, they're a danger to everybody else. Why was the Roehampton put there? This is an obvious middle and upper middle class neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a lot worse before we came.
And most of these people have been released from the system.
Just released from jail. They're fresh out of jail. They're being put next to children and families. There was a child that was already accosted by, one of the people at the Roehampton. I think they got rid of him, but this isn't fair to children. I mean, and then this traumatizes children and families, and it brings them to, it exposes them to a world that shouldn't exist in the first place, and that wouldn't exist if this were a humane and just system. Now, I've already touched on I've already touched on which corporations are behind it and whom. I've drawn a map for this regularly, and because you see, when a society becomes technologically advanced, so does crime.
You want
Crime.
to go this way or this way?
We'll go that way, and then.
Hold on,
I know where we're going. I just need to. It's peaceful out here. There's nobody here.
At least it's quiet.
Yeah.
Which is.
And these people are all going to lose their houses soon, because if they can't go to work, or if their work consists of harassing people, then they're not going to stay in business for very long, because you run out of people to kill, you run out of people to harass, because people can't work. That's what mobbing in the workplace is. When mobbing in the workplace began, when that began to be prolific in the 1980s, with hate group activity and real estate agencies, that was the first signs of an attack on work. And this is what Erin O'Toole and Pierre Polievre are talking about. That $2,000, and of course it's 2,000. It has to be 2,000 because this is signed with the number 2. Everything's 2. Just like the $2.2 trillion stimulus package. He still hasn't gotten his check.
Yeah.
He still hasn't gotten his check. His $1,200 check, and we've called the IRS countless times, and they've given us runaround. They've coughed at us. They've throat cleared at us on the phone, and it's not a natural cough or a throat clear. It's a forced cough. There's a it's angry.
And they're making up one excuse
after the next.
Oh, you forgot to do this. You didn't do this.
Yeah.
It's like a hop.
They ask him trick questions that he wouldn't even know. They ask him, because he doesn't make an income. He doesn't pay taxes. No. So how many deductions did he have this year?
I haven't worked since.
I
haven't worked since nursing.
Because nursing was destroyed
in the 90s.
They destroyed nursing. They destroyed the healthcare system because they want to kill people. They want to kill you because if you're dead, then they can take your property. They can take your money.
Yeah, it's just a vulture's world.
Yeah. And you don't have to play along.
Because you're next.
Yeah.
Because you are next.
There's no loyalty here. They're not going to pay Peter Weltman for the Financial Accountability Office. He just writes down numbers. I tried to call him, and I have a video of him calling him. He transferred me to the Insurance Bureau.
You may have a nice little nest saved, but
it becomes worthless. It's worthless if people can't work and invest it.
Nothing soon.
It already does mean nothing.
Yeah. It's really.
We live on the bottom. We get $800. I get $818 a month. He gets for ODSP. He gets U.S. Social Security, which is $776 American, and because their dollar is tanking a little bit. His check is lower this month.
Hang on to what you have, but make it so that everybody can have the same thing.
Yeah.
And people, they can still make so-called money.
You're not gonna
But you don't have to do it at anybody's
expense. Yeah.
It's not fair.
Because if you do it at everybody's expense, then you can't make money because you pay. If you steal, you pay later. And if it gets taken out of everybody's pocket, including yours.
And if all the businesses close, You know, how will
Yeah.
society work?
You know, and then if you're stealing, then you need the security industry, which costs money.
And then you have,
And then they end up stealing from you because they're the security industry. They can do that.
and then you have a
What are you going to do about it?
Then you have a banana global republic. And,
Which we have right now.
yeah.
And it's barely hanging on because, you know, of myself, this guy, and other people who have been making videos and making complaints, and people who, you know, people who still, who see exactly what I see. And I can tell you, from the IP addresses to the corporate lists to the mapping of dates and geography and names, I can prove all this. I can prove motive. I can prove the mens rea and the actus reus are obvious. So the mens rea, the motive, is your property. They want your property. They want it for dirt cheap because they want everybody's property. They don't just, you know, they just don't want these people's property. They want everybody else's property, and they want each other's property too. So they're going to undercut each other. Friends, brothers, family members will undercut they will go at each other's throats. Look at our family. You know, I was kicked out of the house for smoking weed, and I had straight A's and a job. But of course, they slander me, as does my cousin here. They, you know, and we met through this. We were estranged, and look, we look so similar.
Yeah, we figured out we aren't really uncle and nephew.
No, we're cousins. But he might as well be my uncle.
Yeah,
This guy's the only family I've ever had.
We're like fraternal twins.
Yeah.
Really, in many ways. You know, but it's been an evidentiary statement,
And our,
as well as a gift from whatever you want to call it, the universe.
Yeah.
It's also been a piece of evidence, a very large one. If we are, in fact, and we are being targeted by the
same people.
Campaign.
Yeah.
And we never knew
the same the campaign that they're targeting you with.
Not at you.
No, I know.
Anyone else.
Yeah, he just swallowed some water down the wrong way. He had to cough, but it was
And I always say
because we get coughed at on you know, on purpose. People go
revulsion, indignation.
You make us sick. That's what that means. You make me sick.
We don't fit within the
confines of social propriety,
which of course is classist and elitism.
Yeah.
And it's every kind of conceivable prejudice.
Yeah, because everybody does it. It's not just white people. It's not, you know, everybody's doing prejudice. The Jewish people are doing prejudice. The JCC has discriminated against us. They've treated us terrible there. The Jewish Community Center at Spadina, and of course, I know.
I'm still choking on this. I need it because.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go eat now. I'm not stoned anymore, so the harassment's not going to affect me, and I can just eat my meal because I'm hungry. Sorry, we walked around for an hour and a half at least, because I couldn't psychologically go and eat at, you know, at a fast food restaurant, because the businesses don't want me to eat it. They don't want anybody to eat at the fast food restaurant. They don't want anybody to work. And that's the actus reus, which is the obvious destruction on businesses. You know, it's not just me seeing it. It's you know, other people see it too. If your business was destroyed, you know, if you're being paid to monitor your community for suspicious people, like like myself and my cousin here, we're not suspicious people, but that's what they're telling you.
Humorous as hell.
Yes, it is. Because they're the suspicious people. They want you to go after us because I know who the suspicious people are. So does he.
Yeah.
But they want you to go after us because we're suspicious.
And it's not about suspicion. It's about guilt.
No. Yes. They're guilty. Guilt. And you see, I know they're guilty.
Charged.
Yes.
Is what it's about. And you know, I don't care what anybody says. You know, we need to raise the bar.
Yes.
You know, this is not acceptable.
Violence is not acceptable behavior, and it's not at my expense or his expense or anybody else's or your expense.
Harassment is the process of violence.
Yeah.
And we've had physical violence.
Because that's what it comes to. Yes, we've had physical violence directed at us. You know, that's what, you know, this is how it works. First it's the coughing and the throat clearing, and then it's, you know, then it's hate words. I can't say them if I'm going to be posting this video.
Well, of course not. Or
You know,
any
it's
other time either.
the N word. You know, the word for gay person that starts with F. You know, and you know, fucking insert religion here. Fucking insert race or skin color here. It's those fucking ... And then and then there's that, and then there's the threats. There's the threats to the wall, there's the privacy invasion, cameras in the bathroom, comments about your body through the wall, sexually derogatory remarks. We're gonna kill you. You know.
Over at church.
You know, and then
put downs.
Yep.
You know, just
yelling, just
gutter,
just gutter trash, doing what gutter trash does. And then after that, it comes the violence. They see what they can get away with because you have, you know, they see what people are willing to let slide, and then they turn it up a notch, and then eventually they kill you. And then when they kill you, they collect insurance on you. They take your property. That's it. And it's signified by 882222. 88 for HH, Heil Hitler, and 2222, which is 9:02 a.m. second floor daycare, second anniversary of Waco. You know, it's a biblical reference. Oklahoma City bombing.
It's the symbolic MO of the terrorists.
Yes. And you know, the IRGC was formed in 1979 on April 22nd, 2 days after Hitler's birthday. You know, and of course it's the 22nd. And you have 222 Bay Street, you have where the TD Bank is located. It's located at 222 Bank Street.
And the touring is also
it's a mockery of a gay dyad, because he's gay, and the two games started at, you know,
he's a gay supporter.
Yes.
Straight.
Yeah. And you know, the two games started at the University of Iowa in the 1987. You know, and it's a very obscure reference. It's an obscure mockery, but it's, you know, but you'll see it too everywhere, and that's how they mark their harassment. That's how they mark their territory. They mark it with a 2. Anyways,
it's about galvanizing campaign and
you know,
exerting power.
Yeah.
Now we have the Satan II missile.
Oh, the Satan II missile.
However, you know, you've got to create Satan in order to create Jesus.
Yeah, you know, and then Jesus is going to rescue you from Satan, but they create all these imaginary totems and demons and pagans to get you to do their bidding.
Right.
Because, you know, it's not us you have to listen to, it's some kind of monster that only we can see and hear when it's convenient for us. And again, they take your money, they take your land. What do you do at church anyways? You judge other people. You don't follow any of the religions you say you follow anyways. If you want to,
and we don't know what any of it means. Who really knows?
No, yeah.
Even though, you know,
I mean, they could have been translated wrong. You didn't translate. You weren't there.
I mean, you know, I don't know what it means. I'm not going to pretend that I did. Why would I?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. We know how we like to be treated. We know how we don't like to be treated.
That's right.
So we treat others accordingly.
And some people may call that a Christian principle, but
we just call it human rights.
We're just not about that.
No.
You know, we're about equity and human rights and humanitarian treatment of everybody. Social equality. That's what we really do want.
If you
I think people have forgotten really who they are.
Yeah, and how to treat other people.
And how to treat other people, honestly. I don't think people even know who they are.
No.
And I think people are very maladjusted. So
and it's done on purpose.
They really have lost ground over the years. We've become a closed system society, behavior and communication-wise. And in a closed system, you know what happens.
Abuse happens.
You know, it falls down eventually.
Because there's no what's the word I'm looking for? Accountability in a closed system. Closed systems aren't accountable to anybody.
No.
So that's where the abuse happens.
That's right.